We are pleased to announce that the Targeted to Free Love is the Answer, my story, is actually available now. Part 2 of 2 is finally finished, thanks be to God. Basically, what I want to cover here is the concern that regarding the document that I shared on my YouTube channel. The document originally that I shared was the nano-domestic quell, and that's where it talks about the nano-dispersal in several products that we use today, which has all been confirmed by the website called centerforfoodsafety.org. Very diligent, and so they basically confirmed, in fact, that Nestle, Danone, and Coca-Cola confirms on their own website that they do have nanotech in their products. They just allege that the nanotech is not dangerous. So basically, some people diligently asked me the question, how do we know this is real? Well, when I looked this up in 2013, and I'm going to put this into the screen, basically, this page became available, and then later, probably a few days after I downloaded this off of the Bill Weld's website, what happened was a friend of mine from the Department of Defense sent me an email and actually provided me with this document. So I was like, okay, this has to be true. So I did further research, and that's where I came across the wonderful website, centerforfoodsafety.org, and I'm going to also put photographs of that into this video. But basically, the data herein basically stipulates that the dispersal outflows have shown significant improvement in population infection rates. So what I did was I wrote to the Department of Defense, the United States Central Command, and I sent in a Freedom of Information Act request requesting information about nanodispersals in foods and other products and water in municipal water supplies. And this is what they wrote back to me, and I'll try to cut out this paragraph and make it big and put it into the video. Basically says, Dear Ms. Burnor, we received your Freedom of Information Act request on 16 January 2019 seeking all records pertaining to any programs relating to the use of nanotechnology in foods or municipal water supplies from the years of 1 January 2013 through 16 January 2019. Your request is being processed in accordance with Title V U.S.C. subsection 552, Freedom of Information Act and Privacy Act, and Executive Order 13526. Just so you know, I'm going to put that also into the video. That is in relationship to what documents they're allowed to release. That is pertaining to declassified records. So I'm going to provide that to you, and they basically indicated here that there is in fact something in relationship to this topic that I asked that is under this executive order. Okay, so that's very interesting. The actual processing time for these documents will depend upon consultation with other DoD components, stateside, overseas, and other agencies, etc. So just so you know, this is in the make, this is happening, but in this process, they were good to get back to me and let me know that there are, on this subject matter, nanotechnology in foods or municipal water supplies, that they're going to have to dole out to me that which they're allowed to only give me. So now, with that being said, also coming into more information about how 5G is going to be launched or is being launched in several locations, but that it's really on the move and poised to be launched. This obviously is a matter of great concern. 5G has been proven to actually destroy the eggs and ovum for women and several other health things, and it hasn't been tested perfectly yet. So we need to have test parameters and all of the data collected properly to assess what the level is, what the threat level is for a 5G presence. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you right now that everybody needs to get the DVDs at this point. Targeted to Free Love is the Answer. This is the first DVD, one of two. You will learn how I gathered the facts, assessed what was happening to me, how I shielded myself both physically and spiritually. You'll hear actual testimonies from my team, and we'll have my toolbox of remedies that I use to empower myself, to raise my vibration, and to comfort myself in the fact-gathering stage. My approach is faith-based and yet accommodates a universal audience. These were originally designed for people who are targeted individuals. However, if 5G is coming out, there is data in here that everybody needs to get. In the particular data, and it's good to even have this on hand just in case, you never know. In this particular DVD, we have the outline of what I used to create a Faraday cave. And if 5G is coming out, I'm in full agreement that everybody needs a Faraday cave, at least while they're sleeping. And other measures for counteracting and blocking signals harmfully to your body. The other one, Targeted to Free Love is the Answer, part 2 of 2. Everybody needs to have this one, okay? And these, depending if you're a targeted individual, you're going to have to be rigorous and really follow this down to a T and do what you can to cleanse your body of those materials. However, everyone else, okay, at this point, this is a concern to me, this Department of Defense document. This indicates that the nanotechnology in foods is not a farce, that there's something to that, okay? And so with that being said, these protocols, although they're outlined for targeted individuals, everybody's targeted. So this is going to be the outlined protocols that I used in order to become free of weaponized military grade nanotech. However, the saturation point for people when they ingest the nanotechnology is something that would take a little bit of time and not 30 days as in my matter. However, the same result in the end is what is being set up here. The purpose is to tether you to an AI system. The purpose is so that the nano is activated with the coupling of these technologies, of these signals, of these energies, so that your body will actually become tethered, and the nanoparticles will actually assemble themselves in the body and cause your body to be tethered or connected to an artificial intelligence system. Obviously, we don't want that. Part 2 of 2, you will learn the methods that I used to cleanse my body of weaponized military-grade nanotechnology and how I maintain my healing as described in my doctor's report by Dr. Hildegard Staninger. A total turnaround in results, having no activated signals any longer. How I put together the report that I believe contributed largely to my enjoying a protected status today. You'll hear from part of my inner group and how I became what is known as a private American citizen, and how you can attain this status or a status like it in your own country by returning to your original status at birth as non-surety and non-enemy. You will see evidence that categorizes and marks us all as unwittingly and unknowingly threats to military databases and how to make corrections to that record. I encourage you above all to never forget who you are on this journey to healing and freedom. So for those who are targeted, they're going to have to apply the methods in this more rigorously, obviously. However, this DVD also, I believe at this point, at this stage in the game, that everybody is going to be needing this DVD. Everybody. And this is critical. Why? Because the whole purpose of them hybridizing us and hypothecating us, basically having us as collateralized against the national debts, and obviously this is in every country, they have justified on paper hybridizing us through this relationship that we have to our birth certificates, wherein we are born and then later the birth certificate is registered at the state, and as a product of that we become surety for the account that birth certificate is related to. And so in that suretyship, there's a hybridization, there's a union that's unholy. And so what we need to do is separate ourselves and no longer tolerate this this quality of them turning us into essentially artificial persons. Okay, that's what these all caps entities are. They're artificial persons. That's what the all caps names are. So now they want to take it to a whole other level. They want to take that artificial person and not only, hybridize us on paper, but they want to hybridize us in our own physical, in our blood, in our DNA. And this assault is now coming against us with the deployment of nanotechnologies. And it's not just in food. These are through dispersals and the geoengineering and a whole bunch of other modalities. So I hope everybody needs to get this. This second DVD, everybody needs to get this. For targeted souls, though, for targeted individuals, if you begin this second protocol, the second DVD, that's not going to be a good thing, because you need to go to the first DVD in order to learn how to catalog your evidence properly. You need to be able to catalog your evidence. You don't want to go to DVD 2, number 2, which is this one. You want to go to the first one so that you don't erase your evidence prematurely. You want to get those frequencies. You want to get those, all the other things that are laid out in the first DVD. So I hope this is helpful to everyone. I hope it gives hope. And I believe in my heart that, again, if we can come together and keep our eyes on who we are in God. God made us, okay, and we're very special, that we don't have to tolerate this. We have to stand up against this stuff and say no. So say no, get the DVDs. This is a labor of love. Each DVD is approximately 6 hours a piece. There's a lot of information in here, and I did my best to keep it extremely reasonable financially. Like I mentioned many times before, I've utilized over 400,000 researching things, researching all this material to get out of the situation that I was in. And I believe that you guys can benefit from that knowledge base. And these DVDs, there's 3 DVDs to a package with 1 CD-ROM with an extras folder. So there's 3 in this one, and there's 3 DVDs in the first one. So altogether, there's 6 DVDs and 2 CD-ROMs. So you can purchase both of them at the same time. And all of that's going to be available on www.clergyvictim.com, or just go hashtag, right, and do your search, hashtag targeted to free, TARGETED, the number 2 free, FREE. God bless you.